Darren here with a product I'd like to introduce you to. It is the Opteka CXS-1. It is a beautiful hunk of metal, which is the first thing you'll notice right off the bat. It is nice looking metal. Practically all of it is anodized aluminum. And perhaps the flimsiest looking part from the photos are these rods, but they're not flimsy at all, oh no. They are in fact solid steel. I like that a lot. So why do I like this unit? Well, it's got an attractive price point. And it's built of mostly all metal, as I mentioned. The only parts not being metal are these rather cheap looking plastic knobs, but they're at least thick plastic knobs, oh yes. So I feel like they may actually last a while. And of course the very, very thick foam rubber on the shoulder pad. And it feels quite nice, I must say. It's obviously meant to be held somewhat like this, with this as the shoulder pad. But one feature you'll notice is a little slot right through there. And that's meant to hold either their counterweights, which they sell separately, which are very nice for getting that center of gravity over your shoulder, or they have a nifty little strap. And that strap goes down there around your back, around the front, and clips onto another strap around your belt area. So that when this pulls down, it's met with resistance from your body itself. Pretty nifty. Other features are all these different mounting holes they put. So in case you don't want the handle pointed like that, which is made possible by a off-angle quarter tap, you can put it just behind it for a much more center-mounted one. And of course, there's two other ones just off to the sides. Pretty nifty. What else can I tell you? Well, it is adjustable. As you can see, you can adjust the height, or rather the forward-backward, how close the camera is from you, by sliding it just like that. Not bad. I find the range to be short, but usable. The range, however, on this, the height, a little less usable. I find I wish it could go up a little higher, or rather, camera down a little more. But not a huge deal. Not a huge deal at all. Again, plastic knob, but nice and thick. I do wish they had some more mounting holes over here. I would desire that. And as you'll see, I skipped a hole so I can get the camera a little farther over so it's slightly more centered on my body. Works better for my C100 that way when I'm using it with EVF. And that's pretty much how I use this. It's nice to have the handle right up front. Nice to have that maxed out on the bottom with the height and as close to the body as possible, which I can show you now with a 5D. Excuse me while I put this in. That's it. There we go. Almost there. Now we got it. So, if you have a C100, which has an active EVF, you couldn't exactly use this, but just for demonstration purposes, you'll notice I'm leaning down a bit, which is fine if you have a riser or a quick release plate to add just that little bit of height. Or of course you could use that. You've got options. Or if you're fortunate enough to own a viewfinder, snap that right on. Move this thing a little farther forward for comfort. And of course, it would need to be moved up, more like that. Not perfect, because I haven't set it properly for this quick demonstration. But I'm sure you can get it to where it's very reasonable. I should mention that on a set I was just on, a lovely young girl who was our AC, when I handed her this to try out, she completely fell madly in love with it, as well she should. And that is fairly it. But there is one other thing, a little feature I kind of added on my own. Because you see, there's an upgraded big brother of this. Has the exact same shoulder pad, has the exact same rods, but they upgrade the camera plates. What did they upgrade on it, you ask? Well, they gave it a lot more mounting points, a lot more quarter 20s. And they also gave it some 15mm rods with dual hand grips. Those 15mm rods, as I understand, cannot be used with paired things that use, how should I say, the 15mm standard rod spacing. Doesn't quite have that. But anything that requires just a single rod to clamp onto, you could use quite successfully. But it gave me an idea. Why not make my own extended handle grip with my trusty little arm? Could go right over there, or right over here, or any of the holes, as a matter of fact. Excuse me while I insert this in. Almost there. Almost right. There we go. And of course, with my donut coupler, we put the rod right in. No time at all. And then just put this wherever your heart desires. I like it right about, a little awkward to do this, but right about there. Why not? Can go even farther, but that's fine. This is just a quick demonstration. These arms cost $20, $25 at most. And I guess I didn't exactly mention how much this lovely bit of metal costs. It's only $79.95, or at least it was last time I checked Amazon. And that bigger brother that I mentioned, that one goes for $129.95. I'll admit that if I had looked more into the bigger brother, I probably would have gotten that instead of this one. But I'll say that I actually got this one practically new, but used on eBay for something like $45. So you might want to check there just in case. You'll find a good bargain. And it looks like this one does not want to come out. I'll have to go teach it a lesson. But for now, enjoy the Opteka CXS-1. This has been Darren Levine from Media Halo. And I should say this is the first sexy style review. If you enjoyed it, please do comment. Or if you felt it was too sexy, or just completely and utterly creepy, comment that as well. We'll make videos to your liking. But for now, take care.